Alright, it's the Hawk. Does anybody remember RVD's wife who randomly started getting a lot of TV time in 2019 TNA? Well, it seems like a lot of you do, because I get requests to make this video all the time, and it just felt like the time was right with her hitting the wrestling news the other day. Find out why at the end of this video. And if you know a wrestler who could do the JOB to the HAWK, shove their name down in the comments, Jack! Alright, it's Katie Forbes. I keep calling her Price. Either way, it's not nice. Match 1, United We Stand, 4-way for the Knockouts title. Man, you look at this here and you realise that TNA has actually improved. It's Rosemary taking on our girl Katie Forbes. The commentary team make fun of the fact that she could be our next champion. Her entrance is very long and she does her full routine from her nights down the club. She looks like the sort of modern woman you see on YouTube all the time now, but back in 2019 her look would have been a little bit more unique. Let the Hawk know how you feel about this woman. My feathers are ruffled and I just don't know how to feel. Appropriately, her wrestling attire has dollar bills all over it. Again, just like her nights down the club. Also in this match is Jordynne Grace. Wow, she's come a long way too. She's emotionless and bland here. The champion is human urinal Taya Valkyrie. They all have a discussion trying to figure out how Katie got in this match. After Rosemary is cleared from the ring, they do a triple test of strength. It leads to all three women taking turns to roll each other up. Grace shakes Katie's hand and seconds later Katie attacks her. What a dick. Jordynne takes them both out of a double clothesline. Taya gets Jordynne out the ring and now Katie Forbes is alone and screwed. Taya beats her up in the corner and hits a running ass to the face, then a running something else to the face. Rosemary returns, and I guess Katie has been destroyed, so she'll be gone for a while. She does make a return a few minutes later with a slow motion scissors kick. Grace ends up in the corner, so Katie hits a cartwheel into an ass bash. It should be over, but it's not, so Katie hits a pump kick. That gets her a 2. Valkyrie sneaks into the ring and takes her out of a German suplex. Then it all goes wrong. Katie suddenly has Taya Valkyrie on her back, and she's smiling like a moron. She starts trying to do squats, but let's be honest, there's no actual muscle in there, so her squats fail. Then she gets the terrible idea to try and pick up Rosemary at the same time. She isn't strong enough and they fall over. Eventually, Grace manages to hit a missile dropkick to assist with a Samoan drop. All 4 women start stumbling around like drunken hags. We get another assisted spot as Rosemary kicks Grace into Katie's DDT. Rosemary then gets distracted and leaves. Katie Forbes tries another Samoan drop but can't get her up, so they repeat the spot and why is she still doing those quarter squats? Grace slips out of it and hits the needle driver, but Taya steals the pin. It's over. Well, that was pretty terrible. I bet the other girls were wondering what the hell she was doing in this match with them. Ugly match, which would have been much better if Katie hadn't been there. She had one small flurry of offense, and I guess at least she's trying to be a character. Maybe she should stick to being a manager or something. It's still an S though, I'm sorry, her struggles ruined this match. Match 2, this one's 5 months later, so maybe she has improved. Wow, what an entrance. Katie Forbes with her money shooting guns. This entrance gives Jenna Moroskas a run for her money. The opponent is Jordynne Grace. Forbes gets started with a headlock takeover. Grace gets her off with a leg scissors whilst doing push-ups. Katie does a headstand whilst shaking her butt in Jordynne's face. Grace tries to pick up the pace for snapmare into a roll-up for a 2. They just keep smashing into each other for a while before Grace hits a middle rope dropkick. Katie hides on the outside, worried that Grace is messing up her looks. She returns to the ring with boot chokes in the corner. She then hits the cartwheel into the ass smash special. She dances with happiness about that. She attempts to stink face now, but Grace's entire arm almost vanishes up the crack. She wedgies Katie for a while before throwing her into the ring pole. Grace hits double knees and an elbow in the corner. The Vader bomb connects for surprisingly just a 2. Katie fights off a muscle buster and hits a tornado DDT out of the corner. Close fall. Katie picks her up for the... oh no, not the fake Samoan squats again. It doesn't work anyway. Grace just punches her off and hits the needle driver for the 3. Well, to be fair, nothing was really messed up to the point that the match came off the rails, but at the same time, you could just never take her serious. It's a D. Katie has a drastic change of character now where she, along with her husband Rob, join the cancel culture faction. It's a bit like Right to Censor. Also in the group were Jake Christ and Joey Ryan. It's like this group could tell the future, because cancelled is right. Match 3, Katie Forbes, who now has like a cat suit, and she still sort of does her entrance, but you just don't feel as guilty for watching it now. Josh Matthews miserably tells us that we won't be able to see her body tonight. Well, at least you won't feel as embarrassed now if anyone walks in on you watching this. She takes on Smiley Kylie Ray. Smiley asks her to twerk, but Katie refuses. The cringiness goes on for way too long. Katie smacks her down and tells us that everybody watching is a hypocrite. As usual, Katie struggles with the Samoan drop. Katie looks slow in there as Smiley Kylie hits a super kick which causes Katie to dump on her pole and leave the ring. Nothing happens. Katie returns to the ring, throwing Kylie down by her haircut. Kylie isn't strong enough to land a sunset flip, but Katie misses her ass drop. Surprised she didn't bounce back up into the sky after that one. Kylie struggles to roll her up, which is just a 2. Katie smacks her down and starts stomping on her hands. Despite this character change, she still does the cartwheel ass slam and tries a stink face, but Kylie is having none of that. Kylie lands a jawbreaker, and wow, I don't even know what this one's supposed to be. They both just go tumbling, and then Kylie hits a bad looking kick for a 2. Katie rages and responds with a scissors kick. She starts teasing a deathlock whilst at the same time taking down her leggings, whilst also at the same time arguing with the referee. Kylie reverses it into an STF, and mercifully, it's over. It's difficult, isn't it? Her whole gimmick is that she had a BBL. Now you want her to cover it up and be more conservative, whilst at the same time, she wants to still do that stuff. I don't know, the whole thing looked awkward, clunky, dumb, and I felt guilty for watching this. So I was wrong earlier. It's an S. Match 4, Slammiversary 2020, gauntlet match for the number 1 contendership. Katie enters this one at number 6, and it seems like she's back to her old attitude. She's billed as being from Twerk City, which is not a real place. Katie has also now got fake abs built in. She clotheslines a few people down before having a dance-off with Kiera Hogan. Never thought I'd see her back off look small. Katie knees her in the gut and a knee on the apron. Jessica Havoc enters and Katie starts dancing to her music. She survives in this match for longer than I was expecting without really doing anything. Katie is eliminated by Tyre, which the cameras completely miss and the commentary team don't even notice that she's gone. A complete waste of an entry, it's an S. Match 5, final match. Thank God. It's only 5 matches, but it felt like an eternity. It's Kimberly versus Katie Forbes. I've never seen a girl with so many fake parts before, even her hair is fake, but hey, at least she's happy. That's too much for the Hawk to handle, but anyway, given her YouTube views, I'm guessing a lot of you would like to handle. Kimberly tells her she isn't a very good dancer and asks Katie to teach her. Do we have to do this? Predictably, Kimberly tries to smack her out, but misses. Katie hits an ass in the corner and a new move to her arsenal. It's a Bronco Buster. Katie then gets a 2 off an Oklahoma roll. Kimberly does some choking across the ropes with her legs, and then for a while she works a submission. Forbes survives and manages to come back for scissors kick. Then she does that deathlock spot again. This time she dances for 20 seconds before actually applying the move. This whole time, poor Kimberly is having to scream and sell it like she's being destroyed and trapped in there. Katie eventually puts on a Mutalot, which lasts way less time than the dancing before the move did. Kimberly fights out of the squatting Samoan drop and does a sunset flip for a 2. Katie just picks her up and hits the Samoan drop. Finally, no shenanigans, she actually hit it on her own, and I'm just not okay with it. Samoan drop should be saved for Samoans and fat girls, and Katie Forbes is neither. Just a 2. Kimberly recovers and hits a spin kick, and then the match ends with Kimberly hitting a Swanton bomb.
Dude, I was watching TNA Impact the other day, man, and this chick, Kimberly, she stole my Swanton bomb finishing maneuver, man. Man, I'm going back to North Carolina, and I'm going to tell my stoner friend Shannon all about you, Kimberly, man.
That is it, game over. The cancel culture faction were cancelled, with Joey Ryan and Jake Chris both being let go. RVD and Katie left TNA. She does hope to return one day, but, and there is actually a reason that this video is relevant right now, because yesterday it was announced that legendary wrestler Katie Price and her wife RVD are setting up a new business, and it's called OnlyWrestlers. The idea is that it's a platform for wrestlers to post content and interact with fans. I wonder who came up with this, Katie or Rob. Not sure why she couldn't just use the well-known website for that, but never mind. Are you going to be signing up to her OnlyWrestlers? Now, I know what you're all thinking. This was terrible, right? She sucked. She didn't really look like a wrestler and she was a bit cringy. Well, did you know that 2 of TNA's most viewed YouTube videos feature her? The views are in the millions. So for some reason, and I can't possibly imagine what the reason is, but she seems to be a draw. I will give her credit for trying to bring life to a show that was on life support. Even if I didn't personally like it, I can see what the idea was. And Rob seems to be living his best life with her, so I'm happy for him. Katie Forbes is going in the shove it zone, but she wasn't actually the worst in there, and if you don't agree with that, I don't care.